Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 30th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, Tesley, Cony, NVDY, Misty, and AMZY. So what you see on the screen is the download of the intraday trades for yesterday, January 29th. Obviously on the top is Cony, so we could talk about Cony first, but let's look at what happened, right? So what did they do? You see the buy to close in pink, and then right to the right of it, you see call. So they did a buy to close, call, buy to close, call, buy to close, call. So that tells you they closed some of their positions, that expire this week, basically because they could, right? Look what they paid, 24 cents. They paid 31 cents. And they paid 32 cents. That's the price per share, which obviously comes to this value, right? This is the debit. That's how much they actually had to pay out of pocket. But if you look here, more importantly, what was the strike price? They had to close $322.50. The current price of coin is $291. So, obviously still 10% out of the money. But, since they closed it and there's only 2 days left, at the time there was 2 days left, being today and tomorrow. But they won. They won their trades, all right? They won all three that they closed. Was a successful win. But then they opened new positions, and you'll see, okay, they have an expiration date of next week, which makes sense because there's only 2 days left. What strike price did they choose? Like, what are they doing? Let's see. 302.50 strike price. Again, what was the old strike price? 322.50. So again, they rolled the strike price down, and they went further out, obviously in expiration, and it's 3.95% out of the money. That's definitely tight. So the other one, this is the other one they closed. They closed a 317.50 strike, and they opened a 300. Okay, so they rolled that one down as well. 3% out of the money. Yep, that's a little tight as well. And then again, what they close here? They closed at 317.50, and they rolled that down to 302.50. 3.95% out of the money. So again, good week so far, right? It's not over yet. Good week for Cony, because again, they sell covered calls. If they have a chance to close them out early, they will. However, at the same time, they will open up new positions, which they did. And, we don't know. We don't know how those new positions are going to go. But they are, they're looking a little tight, not much wiggle room right there. So we'll start with Cony. Oh, good. The formula's updated. I couldn't see these before. So how did Coin do yesterday? Coin went up 3.15%. Is that right? Okay, that's good. Cony went up 2.86%. Hey, not bad. All right, so here are, this is, again, the view of the holdings. This is simply just an export from the website where you could download the holdings and you can get the full picture. We don't track, the detailed information, the actual income, as much as we do Tesley and Misty, but for these three funds, we cover them a little differently. So let's look at the synthetic. Currently, Coin is at 291. They have a synthetic 280, a synthetic 300, and a synthetic 320. All of them expire 221. So it's really tough. The value of all of them together is negative 47 mil. So, is it gold digger status? It's debatable, right? Not worthy of a high-pitched voice at the moment. But I don't know. Let's give him a break. Let's give him some time. Come on, Coin. All right, and then let's look at the trades. So I highlighted in red the trades for next week. But let's look at what we got for the rest of the week. Let's see if we can get out of the hole alive, right? Let's see what we're doing here. So they have 14,000 contracts still open. Again, this is for this week. 310 strike price, 6.53% out of the money with 2 trading days. Okay, that should be good. 5,515 contracts, 317.50 strike price, 9.11% out of the money. Hey, pretty damn good, right? So again, they'll probably win those trades as well, which is great, but then they'll open new ones for next week. Now, here's the ones for next week down here. We talked about them already. They're only 3 and 4% out of the money, and that's for 7 trading days. Which, again, that's too tight in my book. But, again, they had to leave room for the credit call spread. And, again, I'm not going to harp on it right now, but we'll let it play out, and then we'll cry later. We'll see. All right, so the total net asset value of Cony's fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 1366. The trade price is 1366, so it's right on the money. 30-day IV of Coin is 77.82%. The IV estimate for Cony, based on the IV of Coin, is 82 cents, and they're part of Group C. They declare next week. 6 days away, so stay tuned for that. All right, so now I'm going to cover the other two, NVDY and AMZY. But first, let me see if either one had a trade. So if I go back here, obviously you just scroll. You scroll. Yeah, they would have come up by now. So not many trades yesterday in YieldMax land, so that's interesting. But it doesn't matter. I mean, that's better for me, honestly. So how did Amazon do yesterday? Wow, I'm actually sweating. This heater's working. Whew. All right, here we go. How did Amazon do yesterday? They went down 0.46%. Okay, whatever. Who cares? AMZY went down 0.31%. Yeah, who cares? All right, so just another boring day. Again, this is a boring fund that works. Keep that in mind. They have a synthetic. Their synthetic strike is 210. Amazon's at 237. Again, just a matter of time till they cash this out, and they'll make some decent money. Their synthetic value right now is $35 million if you net the two together, and that would make a profit of $2.36 per share at this very moment. More importantly, let's look at the weeklies. They still have the position open for this week. Let's see how they're doing. Let me zoom out a little so you can see the proper definitions. So the 12,630 contracts in the lighter blue, that has a 240 strike price, 1.24% out of the money. Hey, 2 trading days for Amazon, that should be okay. And you never know, man. We'll see. The value of AMZY fund, 291 mil. The NAV is 1964. The trade price, 1965. And the recap is 30-day IV is what? The 30-day IV of Amazon is 38%. IV estimate based on that 58 cents. They're part of Group D, who declares in 13 days. So that was a really quick AMZY update. Up next is Nvidia and NVDY. NVDY, they declared yesterday, 80-something cents or whatever. Today is their ex-dividend date. You'll see that with a negative cash position. Obviously, the money had to come from somewhere, and they didn't have enough cash. So they'll have to take that probably from the treasuries. But regardless, the NVIDIA went down 4.28% yesterday. NVDY went down 3.87%. So it was another bad day for NVIDIA. They're just getting smashed. They're just, I don't know, man. They're getting beat up. They're getting beat up. All right, so they're synthetic. They have 4 freaking synthetic positions. It's exhausting. I know. 119, 127, 135, 148. And current price of NVIDIA is 123.70. So they're ahead on 1 and they're behind on 3. And the synthetic, it's borderline gold digger. I mean, it should be a gold digger if you think about it. Because look at this. Look at the 148 especially. The call is freaking useless. 1.8 mil. And then the put is 44.9 mil. So that's a little rough. But again, let's give it time. Again, we'll hold this thing, and even on this one, just because NVIDIA, you never know, man. It's probably recovered today after yesterday. It's like a swing trader's dream here, or a day trader, I should say. So no trades for them. So what do we got left? They got everything left for this week. Let's see. Are they going to win their trades? And guess what, guys? Guess what? Remember the 3,600 contracts at the 124? There is a fighting chance now. It is now 0.24% out of the money. Is it safe? As of this moment, Yes. I haven't looked at the pre-market. I'm assuming it's probably going to go back up. Who knows? But as of this moment, technically, the fund manager can be like, I told you, sucker. But again, this is the market. The market's up, down, all around. I still think it's the worst trade of the week for NVDY. And I still think it's going to be a sir. But what the hell do I know? Anyway, I just thought it was funny because it's out of the money now. All right, let's go through the other more important trades. 28,000 contracts, 127 strike price, 2.67% out of the money. 29,590 contracts, 129 strike price, 4.28% out of the money. 25,000 contracts, 130 strike price, 5.09% out of the money. 29,450 contracts, 131 strike price, 5.9% out of the money. So basically 2 to 5% out of the money on the larger positions. And is that safe for 2 trading days? No, it's not, because NVIDIA's been freaking nuts lately. Look, it went down 4%. Today it can go up 4%, right? And then obviously, it'll make things a little rougher. But we don't know. NVIDIA could just keep going down. But how far down is down, right? All right, so it's back under $19. So if people think $19 is a deal, here you go. Total net asset value of NVIDIA fund is $1.3 billion. The NAV is 1910. The trade price 1991. Oh yeah, here's the negative cash position. So if you scroll over, cash and other is obviously the cash position, and it shows negative 54 million. Why is that? Because it's ex-dividend date, and on ex-dividend date, the fund will drop by the amount of the total distribution that they're paying, which is basically the distribution amount times the outstanding shares as of yesterday, right? As of the yesterday close, and that's how much they're paying out. Obviously, they didn't have enough cash to pay that out, so that's why they're showing a negative cash position. However, they have plenty of collateral, plenty of treasuries, plenty of whatever to fix that cash position, so it's not really a big deal. In the beginning, when I started covering these funds, I was freaking out. I'm like, come on, man, how do you not like know what you're doing? But I guess it really doesn't matter. But when we check this, probably tomorrow or Saturday, I'm assuming the cash will be just fine. I don't know where they'll take it from, which treasury or what that matters, but obviously it'll get fixed. Synthetic is, it's a disaster. It's negative 77 mil, unfortunately, right now, but we'll see. 30-day IV of NVIDIA is 73%. They're part of Group B. IV estimate based on that is $1.13. Obviously, that's not what we got yesterday, but hey, whatever. Next declaration, by the way, is 2/26, and that's 27 days away. Yeehaw! Okay. So that's the little 3, not the big 3, the little 3, right? So let's click here, and let's see who else had trades. So that was Cony. Mnie had a trade. Oh my God, Mnie! Let's see what they actually did. I'm just curious. Buy to close put, sell call. What the hell? All right, so looks like they closed out their synthetic position, $50 strike, and they moved it down to 45. I guess even they are losing hope. That had an expiration date of 3/21, and they still closed it. That's what in the hell? Oh my God, they ate that 18 million. They lost $18 million on the put. Now that's a gold digger. That price, especially for a Mnie fund. Oh my God. But why would they roll that down this early? It's 3/21 expiration. It's kind of stupid. I don't know. All right. Here's Misty. All right. Misty had a lot of trades, so let's just keep this simple. All right. What do you see? You see buy to close. All right. You don't see puts. All right. So they didn't touch their synthetic. All right. That's check one. But they did close out their calls for this week. Not all of them, by the way. They closed out some of them. And you could pretty much see, 30 cents buy to close, 26 cents, 37 cents, which, again, I'll look at the spreadsheet. I don't have to go as detailed on this one. But for the most part, to keep it simple, they essentially closed out the old calls and they opened a new call for next week, which means they basically rolled the position down in strike price, out in expiration. Okay? Rolling order. Create rolling order. That's what you'll see. At least that's how Think or Swim shows it. Create rolling order. All right, so again, they did not touch the synthetic positions, but currently they have a 315 synthetic position, 24,100 contracts sit in that one, and it's doing well because MSTR is 8.33% above that synthetic strike, which expires in 23 days. This synthetic has a 390, pretty big gap between the 315 and the 390. This one's underwater by 12.5%, but again, expires in 23 days. Reminds me of that commercial. Expires. All right, let's see. Or no, I'm sorry. Expired. All right, so how did MSTR do yesterday? Oh my God. Was it green? Oh, finally. What a freaking green. Not a lot of green, but hey, I'll take green. MSTR went up 1.58%. And look at this. See what I'm talking about? MSTY. It went up 1.57%. It only missed by 0.01%. How about that for upside? Yeah. But again, their calls way out of the money, so they ain't capped. And they will be now. Let's see what the new positions look like. Again, can we fault them for closing the positions early on the Wednesday? Not as much as the Monday and the Tuesday, that's for sure. But I realize they're going to do some on the Wednesday and the Thursday because, again, the options market, they have a lot of contracts on MSTR, and I'm sure it's not easy to get them all through. All right, so what did they close? To be honest, like the 415, the setup that they had, the positions that they have, that didn't make any sense. So I had to split them up. So they made my life a living hell yesterday. So thank you, Misty Fund Manager, for whatever reason you decided to split up all these freaking trades. So they chose 7,500 contracts, which they closed, again, 26 cents. That's what they paid to close that position. So if we scroll over, they made 7.5 million originally. That's the credit they got, and they only had to pay 195,000 to close it. So that's a profit of 7.3 million. Notice I'm ignoring the buy call because, of course, it's a loss. It wasn't useful. But yeah, you have to subtract that out, 1.4 million. So they didn't make 7.3. They actually made about, 5.9 million. But it's still a win nonetheless, right? We're just deducting the cost of insurance, essentially. Now, here's the other one, 415. They closed, right? How much did they make on this one? Originally 10.3 million, and then 370,000 to close. So they made 9.9 mil. Deduct the buy call, they made 7.9 mil. Okay. And last but not, I don't know if this is last actually. 30 cents per share they paid to close this one. Obviously, it's a win. So they made 14.4 million originally on opening that. And then they paid 450,000 to close. So they made $14 million. Again, this is why we invest in these funds, because they do weekly options and they could win weekly options. Sometimes they don't, unfortunately. But this week, you could see the profit that they made, $14 million. Obviously that matters to you per share, but, I get it. But regardless, yes, the credit call, they had a credit call spread. So there was a call that they bought, right? And they had to sell it, right? So originally it cost them 2.8 mil. When they sold it, they made 135,000, which is, basically nothing. So unfortunately, the cost of insurance ended up being 2.7 million on that. But regardless, it was a win. And that's what really matters, that we win. Okay, so they closed out the 415s, and let's check out the new positions, and then we'll recap the others, okay? So here's the new positions. They're all for next week. 15,000 contracts, 370 strike price, 8.42% out of the money for next week. So that's 7 trading days. MSTR, you know how MSTR is. That's never safe. So 7,500 contracts plus 10,000 contracts. So 17,500 contracts, 372.50 strike price, 9.16% out of the money. Is that safe? No. Is that safe? No. But again, that's how far out of the money that they can go if they're going to do a credit call spread. If they did not do a credit call spread and they just sold a call, yes, they could have sold the call a little further out of the money. But they changed their perspective on these funds in order to do credit call spreads. And that's what they do, right? That's what they've been doing. That's all they do on most of these funds that I see. And it's because everyone was crying NAV erosion, right? NAV this, NAV that. And they said, okay, here you go. And again, is that a solution that you like? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys fans of this? Or would you prefer that, take the risk, sell a little further out of the money, and live with it? Live with the result. But I don't know. I think, my take on it. I'm not going to get into that right now. But anyway, let's see what we got left for this week. We got 1,250 contracts plus 1,682 contracts plus, yes, these are some oddball amounts, but this is what they did. They split up the crap yesterday. Plus 5,858 contracts, all with a 415 strike price. They left these open 21% out of the money. I'm happy they left this open. Why? In case MSTR blows up to the moon, right? Then we can capture some upside, at least on these contracts. And then we'll probably get our asses handed to us on next week's calls, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the beauty of keeping them open as long as you can in case it flips super, super green. And then you got the 400s. How are these doing? You got 200 plus 1,800 plus 7,500 contracts, $400 strike price, 17.22% out of the money. So again, a lot of upside to be had there. And then you got 1,800 contracts, 352.50 strike price, 3.3% out of the money. That one's a little tighter, probably, not worth it to close it, which is why it's still open. They're going to let that play out. And then they got 760 contracts, 355 strike price, 4.03% out of the money. Yep, that's not safe, but that expires this week, so we're almost out of it. All right, outstanding shares, actually no change, believe it or not. Believe it or not. All right, here's the recap. 30-day IV, 89%, that's of MSTR. Outstanding shares, 71.4 mil. Total net income, it's actually getting better, but it's still a loss of 19.5 mil. I just gave it a check for the reaction. Check. Okay, so they closed out some trades. They won those trades. Great. All right. They didn't close out all of them because they left some just in case. All right. So we'll see how this plays out. I think they're playing this right. We shall see. And we'll let it go from there. Group D coming up soon. 13 days. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right. How we doing payment-wise? Well, we still got that synthetic income. Oh, yeah. 231 mil. Short call income, or shall I say short call loss, is decreasing thanks to the successful wins lately. It decreased now to 19 mil. So now our total net income has increased to 212 million. So our income per share has increased. We are now up to 297 per share. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's good. That's awesome. That is. Wins and losses, 14 wins, 13 losses. Can you dig it? All right, so we still can't use the Rotometer. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But the IV we can use. It's 89%, and the IV estimate based on that is 187. Is that enough for you guys? 187? I would guess not. All right, holding information. What do we care about on here? What do we want to talk about? Well, they got the 315. They got the 390. Is that a gold digger, man? Is it? It's borderline, that's for sure. I mean, that with MSTR, it could flip really quick. So, again, I'm even going to give this one a break today and save some vocals and not sing Gold Digger. Some may be happy about that. Some may be pissed, but I'm going to give it a chance to recover because it may not be a Gold Digger. Again, who knows? But we'll see. We'll let this play out a little. And then, obviously, in red, I kind of highlighted what we have for next week versus in black for this week. All right. Anyway, the value of Misty Fund is still kicked out of the $2 billion club, and they're worth 1.9 bill. The NAV is 27.09, trade price 27.18. It's kind of hanging out in this range, 26, 27, which is fine. It's steady Eddie here. I like it. All right, so synthetic disaster, it's negative 72 mil, so hey, whatever. Let's see how things go. All right, up next is Tesley. They did not have a trade. They did have earnings, so let me just cover that. Some important details. This earnings was for their fiscal quarter, 4Q24, and I just put 5 important highlights that I saw. They had an earnings per share of 73 cents versus the 75 cents expected, so they missed on the EPS, earnings per share. Revenue, they made 25.71 billion. However, the expected was 27.21 billion, so they missed on revenue as well. So they missed on EPS and they missed on revenue. So again, they missed earnings, okay? Number 2, operating income negatively impacted by costs of AI and research and development, along with the lower car prices that they had to make. I don't know if they had to make, but they did make. They delivered, number 3, they delivered 1.78 million vehicles in 2024, missing the estimate of 1.8 million. I mean, they barely freaking missed it. And this is actually what they said, their first year-over-year decline in deliveries. So that's interesting. I think they said they expect it to get better, though. Number 4, the Cybercab, the robo-taxi, is still scheduled for production in 2026. So that's an important note. At least I thought it was important. And then number 5, the company did not release any targets for sales in 2025, although it did say it expects to return to sales growth once again. So, yeah, that wasn't really much information on that one. But again, it's important to know that they did not release any targets. I'm just assuming that'll come out later. Okay, so that was the earnings 5. Now, let's cover Tesley. So Tesley, they have 2 synthetics. They have a 480. Right now, Tesla's way down. 389, right? It's at 389. So it's almost $100 off of this synthetic. This is a little brutal. All right, 18% away. They also have a synthetic 400, and this one's even underwater, only by 2.73% though. So, hey, let it play out. Let it play out, buddy. All right, what do we got? How did Tesla do yesterday? Well, it sold off a little before earnings. It went down 2.26%. Tesley went down 2.14%. So, okay, whatever. Now, let's see what we got. So, again, no trades. So, everything's left open for this week. We have 1,800 plus the 14,445 contracts, 440 strike price, 13.08% out of the money. Pretty damn good cushion to handle the reaction for earnings. 7,198 contracts, 437.50 strike price, 12.44% out of the money. And then we have 7,300 contracts, 447.50 strike price, 11.8% out of the money. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, my God, I forgot this little sucker. 550 contracts, 417.50 strike price, 7.3% out of the money. So they're looking pretty good. Again, last I checked, Tesla was actually up, even with the miss on earnings. So, again, you never know. You never know with freaking earnings. We can miss and then we'll still go up. We could kill it on earnings and then the stock will go down. But that's why it's just whatever. Just don't try to predict anything. Just let it do its thing. All right. Anyway, the outstanding shares increased by 100,000, which is basically nothing. 30-day IV, 65%. Outstanding shares 95.7 mil. Total net income 22.7 mil. That's a distribution of 24 cents. A daily income of 3 cents a day. A daily yield of 0.23%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 84%. Not bad. Reaction? Yeah, they missed. Ole Miss. All right, they missed their earnings. Yeah, this was the only one I could find. I looked on Google Images. I type in miss. This is the only thing I could find that says miss. So you get Ole Miss. All right, Group A. They declare in 20 days, February 19th. Do you care? Someone does. All right, let's go to payment information. Synthetic income, or shall we say synthetic loss, 2.2 mil. Short call income, 22.7 mil. So that's a total income per share of 21 cents. However, we'll focus on the weeklies alone, and that's 24 cents per share. Throw that in the Rotomator. Again, now it's going to make a little more sense because we have a full week established here. And what do we got? We got 83 cents, or an 84% yield, with all things being equal. Based on the last payment of 71 cents, 83 cents is pretty damn good. However, if we're looking at a range of a guesstimate, the IV is 65%. IV estimate is 64 cents. So I think a safe guesstimate at this very moment is anywhere between 64 cents and 83 cents for Tesley. Okay. Now, Tesley Holdings, again, this is the download of their holdings. They have a synthetic 400. They have a synthetic 480. What does that mean? Well, again, it mimics the movement of the underlying Tesla. Now, the 480 is a horrible spot, right? How much does it cost to close the put? $176 million to get out of that position. How much are we going to make on the call? $8 million. Who is the put? The put is the lady, right? So, you take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way of time. Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to lose another subscriber for singing. But I had to do it. Again, is it time for a new song? Maybe. Maybe I played out the Gold Digger song. Maybe we should just rotate it. We'll have a rotation of songs. Because it could get boring. I could see that, right? But yeah, I'm all ears. All right, so give me some options. And it's got to be like simple songs. It's just like nice, simple lyrics, easy to remember. Maybe even classics, preferably classics. But if you have newer songs, new hip songs, yeah, I'll sing them too. I don't even care. But it has to be relative. Some type of gold digger, some type of rich girl or bougie girl. You know what I mean. But you guys, I don't listen to music really, to be honest. So you guys would know more than me on that aspect. All right. So what do we got here? That's enough about the synthetics. Let's just go right down here. You know the synthetic. It's a disaster. Negative 182 mil. I mean, that's bad. The Tesley, the fund is worth 1.2 bill. Then, oh my God, the NAV is 12.82. What? $12? The trade price, 12.81. And again, a famous... Oh, wait, why is that bold? That's weird. Whatever. Yeah, because it's coming down pretty far. The holdings is getting larger and larger. So a famous question, I know. When do you think it's going to reverse split? That's what people love asking. When is Tesla going to reverse split again? When is this going to reverse split? Guys, look at Mnie and just don't worry about it, all right? Mnie hasn't done it. So why do we question any of these others? When Mnie does it, we'll worry about the next lowest one, okay? It is what it is. When the fund... And are reverse splits good? No, they're not good. Why are they not good? Because obviously, in order to get to a position where you have to reverse split, that means the fund is going that far down in value. So, of course, a reverse split is not a good thing, but the damage was already done. Like, by the time they do the reverse split, the damage is done. So it's not like at the time, like them doing it really, it's an accounting thing, really. But the fact that we got to that point, that's the part that is not good. So no, I don't want any of these to freaking reverse split. Well, Mnie, actually, I don't give a crap, even though I own them through YieldMax. But yeah, I really hope they do recover, but I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so that's the update. That's the update on all 5 funds, all right? So now I'm going to go to pre-market, and then that's it. Simple as that. I did cover the distribution announcement yesterday. I covered it live, actually, on YouTube. because I was off of work. I took off to get some things done. And I was like, you know what? I never go live. I'm just going to film the spreadsheet live. And I did that. And I answered some questions at the end of the video, or during the video, and at the end. So check out that. I'll pin it to the top of the comments, and you can watch it. You can watch it once, twice, 3 times. Hey, you can watch it as many times as you want. You have my approval on that. Okay. All right, so Tesla, we saw. They missed on EPS. They missed on revenue. But here they are. Look at that. What a beauty. What a beauty. Tesla's up 2.12%, 397.20. Tesla's up 2.58%, 13.14. Nvidia's still red. Come on, Nvidia. They're down 0.84%, 122.66. NVDY is down 0.95%, 18.90. Coin is green. They're green. They're up 0.73%, 293.12. Cony is green as well. They're up 0.95%, 13.79. MSTR is up 0.84%, 344.12. MSTY is up 0.63%, 27.35. T to the S to the L to the L. Of course they're up because Tesla's up. They're up 4.21%. They're at 25.73. Again, I had 4 puts expiring for this Friday. I think they're at what? I had a 20, a 21, a 22, and a 23. Obviously, 25.72 is above all of them, so my puts look to be expiring worthless. Which, to be honest, I was hoping to get assigned on at least like maybe 200 shares. That way I could play both sides. Hey, but it is what it is. I'll sell puts maybe at a higher strike price for next week. I don't really care. All right, TNA. I'm selling a call, $46 call. That's in danger because, again, look, it's up. It's up 2.96%. It's at 45.63. It's only Thursday, though. And what am I going to do with that call? I'm just going to leave it. It just sits there. If it gets called away, so be it. Bye-bye. I don't care. If it stays there, if I don't get assigned, good. I'll sell calls next week. It's pretty simple, actually. All right, AMZY. A to the M to the D to the Y. Yeah, you're a bum. You're up 0.64%. You're at 950. Yeah, I'm a bum. But bear in mind, I'm a Harvard bum. What movie? All right, AMZY is up, AMZY's down 0.41%, 1957. Bitcoin is up 1.02%, 105,282. BitX is up 2.32%, 63.85. Soxel. Oh, man, Soxel, what a freaking roller coaster. They're up 3.82%, 26.66. SMCI. Sounds like a freaking show, right? They're up 1.01%, 28.11. SMCY. They're up 0.6. That's not that bad, I guess. They're up 0.65%, 21.65. Palantir is down 0.11%, 79.69. Platy is down 0.03. They're up 0.03%, 65.86. TSM, if anyone cares, is up 0.84%, 204.03. Tisme is up 0.22%, 18.04. And then good old Mara, good old boring Mara. Hey Mara, how are you? I'm good. They're up 1.14%. They're at 18.63. So that's the pre-market, guys. Are you excited? Are you excited for another day in the stock market? Oh my God, I got a lot of scrolling. Yeah, I always like to go back to Tesla. Because it's Tesla. Tesla's fun. You never know what Tesla's going to do. But guys, as always, or guys and gals, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, I swear I will try my best tomorrow to entertain you a little more. Maybe today I was a little tired. Maybe tomorrow I'll have more energy and I could be like, yeah. Right? That's just what you need in the morning. Or whenever you watch this video. But for real, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. Please. My video not yesterday, the day before that, it did better than most of my other videos, and I'm not sure why. So tell me why. Did you guys watch it more than usual? Did I get new people? I don't know. But anyway, guys, for real, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below, okay? Below. Outside of that, I mean, I'm done. I'm done yapping. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, so I got to end it there. But that being said, if you made it this far in the video, you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. All right. I don't even have a keyword. I really don't. So, how about, I did ask earlier, do you guys, and I asked this not that long ago. I'm not going to ask it again. How about, you know what? Let's just go back to showing some love. Why don't we show some love to some YouTubers that we like and they need some love. So feel free, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, copy a link, or you can just type the name too, or you can @ them, @ your favorite YouTuber, in order to give them a little exposure. I know I'm not a big channel anyway, but it could help, right? Other people could see, okay, you know, if someone watches this channel, these are probably like-minded investors. And if they're tagging this YouTuber, maybe I should watch that YouTuber as well. So if you want to give exposure to other YouTubers, let's do some YouTube appreciation time today. So you can either copy their link from their main page channel, copy the address, post it in. You could just @ their name, @ their YouTube name. It should come up. Or if you're extremely lazy, you just type their name in. All right. However you want to do it, I think it's better than not doing it, right? So if you have a YouTuber in mind that you really do like and you want to show them some love, leave that down below. And guess what, guys? It doesn't even have to be finance related. Sometimes we need a break from all this, right? We need to watch other things just to get our minds off the stock market once in a while. So if you have other things, other channels that you love and that you think that they deserve a shout out, they deserve something, leave them, give them some love, tag them, all right? Tag them down below and show them some love. And hopefully, even if it gets them one additional subscriber, then it's worth your time, all right? So again, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, that's the keyword, all right? If you don't have any other YouTubers in mind, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not giving you an alternative. You gotta show someone some love, all right? Someone, even if they're a big YouTuber, show them love. But, we love to show the smaller channels love because it's not easy, man. And they need the appreciation, right? They need the motivation. So sometimes getting even a 1 day big bump of subscribers can go a long way. It can be the matter of them from thinking about quitting one day to the next day, be like, oh my God, no way in hell I'm quitting, right? I don't know. Just think about it that way. All right. On that note, I'm done yapping for real. Let me upload this. What time is it? 5:43. Hey, not bad. All right, guys. Seriously. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Later.